mama told me when the thunder comes that a drunk donkey be coming on for me to listen what he'd say. If I did song, it'd help me through stormy days. Back in December, where the man gets his Sunday, love and understand. Back in December, where the man you can catch him on the show, time and day. That's right.
All right, what's up? I'm here, promise. And all right, there's me. What's up? My K-cup ran out of water. Emergency. You hit the button on a K-cup and it doesn't do its thing unless it has like that much more water. I was like, are you kidding me? And I got glasses on. I never wear glasses. I don't know what the hell happened. I woke up this morning and my eye is like, so I'm not crying, I'm not emotional. I get emotional at Facebook at night when I'm drinking. I always do those I love you posts. But my eye is a little wacky today. So figured I need my eyes as we track these systems. So I'm not going to push it with my contacts quite yet. So up here I'm streaming correctly. We should be on YouTube. We should be live. I think let me double check here. I see Shelly. All right, looks like we're good. Good morning. All right, I see people. I hate glasses. Oh my God, I hate these things. But that's the way it goes. So Isa was the story of the shrimp in my thumb, and Marco Lolo. That was my joke last night. If you got it, when I said Marco Lolo, it was like Marco Polo, Marco Loro. It's like when you dive into the pool and you get chlorine in your eye. So I'm gonna blame. We'll blame Marco on my eye injury. So we'll see what Laura's got in store. So it's going to be fun. So we got a lot to talk about. I'm eating these little Sour Patches too, by the way. Emily just had. All right. So, the puppies too. Yeah, we got to do the puppies. Oh my God. I'll go grab the puppies here in a little bit. Sorry, the puppies are going to be toward the end. I need to know where they're at. Julie's home today, so we'll do the puppies in a little bit. Promise. So, all right. So we got a lot to talk about. This is satellite, obviously, here on Weather Nerds. We're going to go into everything. The picture of the day. Of course, we always start out. We love showing all the cool pictures ABC Fine Wine and Spirits has. So this one was posted a couple days ago, but it's Woodford Barrel Giveaway. Look at that. So ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, located here in Florida, family owned and operated. 1936, they were established. Was that like during the blue law, the moonshine days? That was the birth of NASCAR. was the moonshine. That's how NASCAR started, man. All these drivers used to get chased from the cops and slide around those dirt roads, man. That had to be so much fun. Bootlegging. I cannot lie. I've drove fast in my day when I was a kid. There's cousin Paula. What's up, Dale? Hurricane beer. Yep, Dale. Oh my God. And we are so close to making that announcement with Big Storm. I hope it's coming together. Could have a launch party. Could have a signing party Monday here. Maybe our own Hurricane Hunter beer. Can you believe it? Brewed by possibly Big Storm. It's not final yet, so you can't sue them if they don't do it. It's not official, but it would be like the ultimate to like go into my local Chili's or local Absinthe Taps where I go, and there's like a picture of Louis on a tap. I'd be like, this can't be happening. Hey Robin, yeah, we're gonna go into that for sure. So big thanks to ABC, Barn Wine and Spirits, and of course all the Facebook supporters. And we got a lot of great supporters on the website. I'm gonna start doing a little more shout outs to these guys. They don't get it on Facebook as much, but appreciate everybody's support. So do want to do today's shout out. We'll give it to United Environmental. Right there, you can see it on the website. Small company, working in all kinds of mold, fire restoration, disaster cleanup. More of a personal company. They're great. That's what we love. We got big companies that like Mike's Weather Page, and we got little companies that are big and help people. So that's it. So we appreciate all the sponsors, and check them out on the web. We'll put a link on there too. So I'm going to do a little more shout outs to these guys because I really appreciate it. So, all right. So we got a lot to talk about. Facebook supporters, YouTube, you guys rock. Shelly's doing her best to keep peace in the chat rooms. The product of getting big. All right, so the big story is this. All right, so we got bottom line. Marco was named last night. Marco is the system right here coming in between the Yucatan. Let's put on spaghetti models. This is well, let's start out with the official stuff. Official. So here's your official track at 5 a.m. Boom. All right, so the shift again. This has been the shiftiest two storms ever. Shittiest with an F. I love hearing guys like Paul Delgado and Dennis Phillips say, "Oh man, it sucks being a weatherman because it's 2020, and every time you think you know something, I don't think there's been one storm this season that's been predictable, and that's terrible. Hey, I need the puppies eventually." Julie, I was called out. I forgot the puppies. So you can bring them to me.
They were in Sarah's room playing.
Oh, they're in Sarah's room.
They were wrestling.
All right, we're going to show the puppies. And I guess since if you want to know my demographic, 68.245% are women. So if I did this to Julie to get her attention, I'd probably be wrong, right? So, yeah, listen. So
the women are on my side.
Yeah, and listen, after this video, I do a quickie now. That's my new tradition. I love it. All right, we got Louis. All right, here's the boy. Now, Louis is going to be extremely jealous because the beer is going to be named after Hunter. And he's not going to be able to take it. Louis was first, but we got Hunter because you guys named Hunter. Hunter is now Hurricane Hunter because you guys named him. And we're going to have to do so the plan is like a Louis Lager next season. Hurricane Hunter. And they look the same size. That's the beauty of the camera when you do this. Watch. You can make them look the same by the angle of the how close I put. So they're the same, look. But when you put them next to each other, they're not. So these are the puppies. This is for you, Dawn, Aaron, There's our cousin Paula. What's up? Paula, yeah, Julie's always right. I got my cousin watching. So we do ramble here. I apologize. So I'm going to get Shelly working on how we can promote our quickies right after. Maybe we'll do like a 11 a.m. quickie. So we'll have the 9:19 live, the 11 a.m. quickie. People love the 5-minute quickies. So, all right. So here's all right. Now we're going to get into the tropics. I promise. After I take. Oh, look at this. I had great ambitions last night. I always grab 2 drinks. Grapefruit. Look at that. I got all excited. We had new flavors, but I never opened the second one, and I threw away the first one. I usually take a sip and I pass out. Tired. 12 o'clock. Done. Wake up at 3. So, there you go. Last sip of coffee, and then we're going to roll. I promise. Hey, Angie. How you doing, girl? No softball. We canceled our camping trip again. So, Julie's burned 2 weeks of vacation for the tropics. That alone right there should give me love and no more eye injuries. But we canceled a trip to Lake Lanier for Isaiah. Luckily, they had a big microburst right at the campsite. Who knows? We could have been right in it. And then we were going camping this weekend. Should have been there Thursday. Here it is Saturday. No way I could have been doing what I'm doing on a campsite. So, I love doing it. Obviously, I'm not complaining. But when I plan a camping trip, we get storms. Erin, yeah, you keep telling her that because she is. Oh my God, NASCAR. Is it NASCAR next weekend? Well, you know what? We might be in a teeny weeny little lull here. So August 1st, I haven't even looked at it, but let's see real quick. The next system, yeah. So the next system that appears long range is nearing the Lesser Antilles next 31st first. So the following weekend, if we had anything, I'll have to look long range. It looks like we have a week. When I say things are quiet for a week, we can still have something out in the Atlantic. It's not like there's always going to be something coming if you look at 10-day forecasts. But as far as like a window of like, if Laura makes landfall Wednesday, Thursday, we'll have a week of, hopefully nothing. So, all right. So in a nutshell, what's cooking? So here is Marco. Got named last night, 8 o'clock this morning. The center was relocated to the east. That was a new fix from the Hurricane Hunters at 8 a.m. So there you can see the little wiggle right here. They haven't adjusted the track yet. The track will probably adjust more to the north a little bit. There's a ton of shear out there. I can show you all that stuff, but I'm going to go the facts here. We'll do the facts. So there's a lot of shear. Let me small it up a little bit. All right, so right now there's still a lot of shear. Lots and lots and lots of shear. And you can see this on satellite. So it's got a little window to develop, definitely. It's never expected to be more than a storm, which is good news. Briefly, NHC had a hurricane here maybe in the middle Atlantic or Gulf before weakening. I'm confident on that because this shear that we're seeing here is going to get pushed to the west. So as this little low shear fronty thingy majiggy is down there right now, still, I haven't even looked at radar yet. Let's look at radar real quick. Still flowing moisture into the, there it is right here. So yeah, you can see that. So all this moisture is still being fueled by this dip. That's why we're getting rains right now. So that makes sense. All right. So this is going to be rare, Mike, man. I'm wired today. All right. So as our system goes into the Gulf, this shear is going to move along with it to the west. And eventually, when our system's here, we're still going to have a lot of shear here. So anyway, so the models are confident that this is going to be very, very rough conditions on the west side of Marco. So still tropical storm. Listen, Category 1 tropical storms can do a lot of crap. The thing we noticed last night was this stalling effect here too. So as that disturbance to the west is going to slow Marco down. So we definitely are looking at a bigger rain event now for Texas. And we're looking at, Tuesday, Wednesday landfall. And with this little shift to the east here, we'll have to see if the track changes at all. As Louisiana is definitely in the bullseye for both systems. There's Softball Kim. What's up? So I think this is the first time I've ever done one of these. Hey, Katie. Ashley. We're doing good on Mountain Dew, by the way. Yeah, the Sour Pouch, man. I'm like, this is like a... one of these kids love these crap. Look at that. I'm like shaking, man. I got caffeine and sugar, man. I feel like I can take on the world, man. So no Harvey, Ruby. Listen, Harvey was a Cat 4, whatever, I think 3-4. It stalled. So just something, rain. Let's look at some rain event. Let's see if the rain has been picking up on us. 5-day rains, not really. Hasn't really adjusted yet. So far, we're not looking at. We'll look at some more rain maps heavily. Here's your heavy rain, obviously. So anyway, that's that. So again, then we'll go into Laura. Then we'll look at every model. So that's what we'll do. We'll focus on Marco here for a little bit, and then we'll go into Laura. But so again, little shift to the east. It's going to split the gap. But there's just a lot of shear ahead of it right now. So it's going to be hard for it to develop. So, at first you might think, wow, it's going to miss Yucatan. It's going into the Gulf. But there is shear ahead for Marco. So there's really no models showing. I don't think any models are showing this to like rapid intensify. So that's good news. But again, tropical storm, higher end, still something to watch. So. And again, it's going to curve up in here, and this is the first storm. This is, but the slowdown's going to be very odd because, we're looking at Tuesday, Wednesday. This is Wednesday, and we're going to have, Laura somewhere. Almost the same time frame. It's so freaky. So going to that Fujiwara effect thingy. So why is this thing turning? Well, some of the Fujiwara models show when you have two systems close together, they kind of rotate around each other, and I showed that a bunch that we could see a boing boing like two magnets. That's kind of what they do. They rotate around each other. So this is definitely feeling the impacts of Laura. And that's why we're seeing that curve partly. And a little high pressure here that's not going to last long. It's crazy setup. But that's pretty confident. So the confidence on Marco is high as far as shear, and that's good news, at least for this one's strengthening. But we're not going to obviously ever say never. The official forecast takes it at a, 70 miles an hour. So look at that. So, but this trend here, 60 to 70. So the only thing you obviously would worry about is if this thing would rapidly intensify right now, and it would weaken, but it would let's say it got to 100 miles an hour right now. Well, it would only weaken to, let's say, 80 miles an hour at landfall. So we don't want to see any like rapid intensification now, because otherwise we would. But both systems are balling up. I don't know if that's one of our words or not, but almost like the switch went off last night, and both systems now are really getting some convective look to them. So that's being watched. This is cutting the Yucatan, but yeah, so All right, enough about that one. Let's look at the other one. Let me look at visible satellite real quick, and let me get some more caffeine buzz. Bubble Brax, bubble. Hey, thanks, Jonathan. I know, man. They're. You gotta see my other ones. I don't even know where my other ones are at. I got some other ones that I've used heat shrink to fix because I don't ever wear them. So I finally got new ones a long time ago. So anyway, bubble. It's definitely today is the day. This is entering that extremely warm water, and we don't want to see any rapid intensification because if Marco intensifies unexpectedly, it's still going to run into some shear, and it's going to slow. So I just showed you the official forecast. We always go into the what if forecast, and I can see this, surprising everybody and getting a little more organized. And sometimes when they get organized, they don't get influenced as much by shear. They almost create their own weather pattern. They can kind of push that shear, and because it's a little more east, maybe it won't be affected as much by the shear. So that's crazy. Let's look at the hurricane hunters. Anyways, real quick, they're out there in that right now. And, oh man, it did deepen. Wow, is that wow. So it's strengthening. So it jumped from 998 to 995. So that is on its way. See, God Almighty, that's why I love. Well, I hope you guys love what I do. I don't know. I mean, you can read the look at the NHC cone, and assume it's going to be one thing, but if you don't watch the tropics in real time, things happen quick. And I haven't even started talking about Laura yet. You're going to have to go to ABC to try to figure all this stuff out. This is between the Yucatan. Man, so it's strengthening quick. And we're seeing some purple barbs, which is not good. Those are stronger winds. Wow. All right. So the official forecast is one thing. We could have a strengthening Marco. And so all eyes on Marco. Man, look at that. 995 already. That's a pretty big drop. So this is getting into, wow, we could see some serious intensification here quick. Let me make sure that was Marco. Yeah, it is. Yep, that's Marco. So that's a pretty big drop. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Ruth, thank you. I didn't mean. Oh, this mother laptop went off. I got 3 laptops running here. There's Shelly in there. Thank you, Shelly. There's Robin. Robin's all over the place. I see Robin posting on Facebook. I'm like, hey, I know her. Yeah. Well, hey, Mark. Exactly, man. I wish I could rewind and just start saying what I said 4 or 5 days ago. Even I'm gonna get like a string on my back that when you pull it, it says the same thing. Anytime you get a developing system in the Gulf, you got to look out. Now we haven't even shown Laura yet. Laura is the one. All right, let me. Now the chat's gone completely crazy. Now let's go to Laura. Laura is the one that I thought was exploding more than Marco. But look at this. So bam, I'm just gonna leave this here. So this is live. Laura is exploding, and I'm not hyping. I'm just saying Laura is developing quick. Like from yesterday, it was a blobby mess that we couldn't even make out the center. Last night, we couldn't even make it out. Look at today. Big difference. Radar out of Puerto Rico here shows it. Look at that spin. This is live. Look, Virgin Islands, St. Croix. Look at that. You're getting, how things have changed, right? So this was supposed to pass to the north. Remember? It was supposed to pass to the north of you guys. And that's why you watch every day. Because listen, like I said, 3 or 4 days ago, if you were looking at the forecast, even I was saying it, should pass to your north. If you don't stay on top of the weather, it changes, man. And look, now it's south. Like, where did that come from? Now it's south of, we got some big rain sliding through Puerto Rico right now. But you can definitely see the spin. The spin is evident. Levi's talking about it on Twitter. The pressures are dropping on that quick. So we could be seeing, now he's talking about Marco. Marco is forming an eye wall. It is rapidly intensifying. So there you go. I think Levi and I are like connected somehow because he is 100 times smarter than me, but either I've learned a lot from him or we are like the same breed. I don't know if he likes seltzers. I'll have to ask him. But he's saying it is rapidly intensifying. So we just saw that. Geez and crackers. What do we talk about here? All right. So Marco, strong pressures. Wow. All right. And then we got to worry about this. So that the MJO pulse is a real deal, right? Talked about it a week or so back. Everybody expected the end of August. I mean, it's so amazing this MJO pulse that we're in right now. It ignites the tropics, and it is proven time and time again that when you have this MJO pulse, positive MJO, enhanced MJO, however you want to look at it, it definitely helps fire these storms up, and that's what we're seeing right now. So that's happening. All right, so let's go back to Laura. Let me I need to post. Well, I don't need. I can wait 15 minutes. There's a lot to post, man. All right, let me get out of here. So I updated the website too, by the way. I added the Puerto Rico radar. There you go. So if you want to see Puerto Rico radar, there you go. And if you want to see some other great sites here, Casper's site and Kay's International Meteorology Database, you can click on that and get some more individualized radars from different areas. So, but the Puerto Rico radar is National Weather Service. There you go. It's on there. All right. So let's talk about Laura. Where is Laura going? I posted a graphic this morning. Let me pull it up because it's a little, unfortunately, confusing where Laura is going to go. So here's what I posted. Hopefully it pops up. We have a spread in modeling from Texas to the upper Gulf, almost panhandle. And the NHC talks about that at their 5 o'clock advisory, that they mentioned the word panhandle. So here's all the models. I'm glad it popped up so I can look at them. I think they're on the screen. Yes, they're on the screen. So this saves me going through all the model runs, which we will do that anyways. Because it's hard to digest two systems. This is so unprecedented. I'm glad I feel healthy. Well, no, Levi's a meteorologist. I'm a mediaologist. Mediaologist. Hopefully it's not buffering. Bobby's great. Hey, listen. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm reading, finally catching up. Marky, yes, Bobby's great. Bobby is laid back, love her to death. Pretty cool. All right, so here's all the models. All right, so these are Laura models. So Marco's intensifying. Marco is shifted to the east. Marco might become a hurricane quick. That could change up things a little bit in the Gulf. The only thing that would change up would be more of an east shift to the north. Stronger systems tend to pull north. but we could still be looking at 2 hurricanes impacting the Gulf. There hasn't been 2 named storms ever in the Gulf, let alone 2 hurricanes. Wish it was that easy. But here's the latest model. So all the latest models on Laura predict it to intensify. Most of the models didn't predict Marco to intensify. So the fact that we're seeing this is showing, how conducive. So I had a grammar police dude. I had to call him out. I appreciate his post. I don't know if I should say his name or not, but let me pull his email up. Somebody just gave me some eye advice. Thank you. Conductive versus conducive. He said he didn't want to be part of the grammar police, but I appreciate it. I don't even know if you have a name, but I appreciate the email because he said you might want to say conducive instead of conductive. So hey, I don't take offense to anything. That was cool. I like his approach. I don't want to be part of the grammar police, so that's very respectful. So that's cool. All right, so here's the models. So these are facts. So facts are this. Marco's splitting the gap between the Yucatan and Cuba. Marco's going to be a threat to somebody along Texas and the upper Gulf Coast. That's a fact. The fact for Laura is this. Laura is riding below Puerto Rico right now. Still expected to curve. What Ryan Mayhew last night posted, along with others, they were concerned about that type of a track staying south of the islands because of the ocean heat content and the shelf waters there are very conducive. Man, I learned quick, man. Conducive for in development, and then eventually that turned up into the Gulf. So that's what they're watching. We're going to see land interaction could still hinder Laura, but some of these models are still scary. On the HMON and H-Wharf, they are very consistent. It worries me a little bit that the other models are now catching up to the HMON and H-Wharf. I've been posting the HMON and H-Wharf a lot because it did so well with Hannah and Isaia. So it's important to keep showing them. And now we're starting to see other models do the same thing. So Laura could be more of a wind surge threat a day or two after Marco, which is unheard of. So Euro develops it western Louisiana. GFS smack dab in the middle of Texas. Pretty strong. 977. But the key is it's developing it as it approaches. And with the warm loop eddies, very, 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 very low shear environment. This upper level shear that is ahead of Marco now is expected to shift to the west. So we're going to have a window of low shear in the Gulf. So UK, kind of the same spot as the GFS. A little more lower Texas, still strong. HMON, middle Texas, very strong. Very strong. The H-Wharf, more north. Almost hitting the panhandle. CMC, north, almost hitting the panhandle. Icon, Louisiana. Access, lower Texas. So again, I wish it was easy. I'm not gonna try to be a hero and predict something because at this point, with 2 systems, I don't think anybody knows how Marco is going to ultimately affect Laura. That's the fact. And you can read the NHC wording on this. Models, I don't know, have any idea. Most of the models don't show Marco even existing. So the models, because Marco isn't existing, are just assuming Laura is a normal type storm, and it's not factoring in a strong system. So the models are definitely being tricked, and so we have to watch it in real time. And unfortunately, watching in real time, we're seeing 2 developing systems possibly on their way to hurricane when they really weren't supposed to, especially Marco. So back to the Fujiwara effect. These are going to still be a day apart, but they're still going to be placed to the point where the Fujiwara effect shows that sometimes they'll just move around each other, and we could be seeing. So what I'm saying is we could be seeing more of a Marco into Texas, and Laura gets kind of shoved to the north, kind of like that. And that's maybe why the CMC icon and H-Wharf are showing a northern Gulf impact. And especially the CMC from day one has been showing these two systems interacting. The CMC has showed that as Laura comes up, it actually kind of pushed Marco into Texas. So the CMC and the icon, again, I mean, that we joked about them being good this year. They might be having the best scenario of these. So let's look at Levi's site, Tropical Tidbits, and see what the CMC shows. And see, it kind of does that. See? So let's look at timing. This is Monday night. So Monday night, there's our two systems. Remember, a lot of shear here, but so Monday night, these start to interact a little bit, and I think that's why the CMC has it pushing this way and this one pushing that way. That's just been a common trend with the CMC, but it makes sense, right? So anyway, that's what it does. That's why it goes north. Here's our system. I didn't even look at that yet. Darn it. Damn it. August 29th. There it is. And look at that one. And look at that one. Good thing I got Mountain Dew, Ashley. Let's go ahead and look at the euro real quick. Long range. There it is there. 30th. So still showing end of the month. Not so much GFS, but still there though. So end of the month here, we should be seeing another wave. That's good news. All right. So let's look at the latest GFS and see what it thinks would happen. So, but I already showed all the models. I don't want to confuse everybody. Then they already are, right? Hey, Don. All right, let me see what's going on. So, cheese and crackers. Yeah, Tampa's out of the cone. There's a great question. We know that. So back to Marco. Marco's definitely exploding. Pressure has dropped big time. 990. That's a pretty good jump. 995. Starting to see some hurricane force winds, possibly flight level. Doing straight north. Not supposed to be doing that. Definitely exploding convection. You can see it. I always joke, just use your eyeballs as your best modeling tool, and there you go. We're finally seeing the big ball of convection. Our blob is becoming more structured, and it's splitting the gap. So we'll just watch it close. The models are extremely confident that it's not going to turn into Florida Peninsula. Here's your 12Z models. So, this thing takes a beeline north. It could happen. Stronger system. So, stronger system would be less likely, I think, to go into lower Texas at least. This is for Marco. So, Upper Gulf is watching two systems. To think you could have two systems back to back, that'd be epic, right? Let's look at some, well, even the ensemble. See, this is where I hate to say it, but models are kind of worthless right now because they were all predicting a weak system, even the NHC, but we're seeing it develop and the pressure's dropping. 995, once it gets into the 990s and lower, gets into the 980 range, the winds will catch up. So there's your official cone, but I would still be paying attention here because now we got a shift, and some of these HMON and H-Wharf models are showing that. So let's look at the HMON H-Wharf on, because they update every 18Z. We can look at I just use Levi's site because I got them. We like Levi's site. Like, travel attendants. Here, H-Wharf. So we're looking at Marco. Marco initializes at 1004. See, this is things you got to look at. So the latest H-Wharf initialized our system at 1004. It's already wrong. So the next round of models that come out, the Hurricane Hunters will have that data fed into them, hopefully by 12Z, maybe not, but at least by. So when you see it initialized at 1004, it's 995. So it changes the thinking of the model. And it didn't do much. Look at that, H-Wharf. I did look at these earlier today. H-Wharf kind of just brings it to southern Texas. So the H-Mon and H-Wharf on Marco have not been that aggressive. This one might be now. Oh, yeah, so there's the H-Mon. Well, weakens it right before landfall. So there's your H-Mon showing a little weakening, but you can see the general direction right to the tip of the panhandle. So that's what we got to worry about. So, all right, let me see what you guys are saying. Holy cow, I don't know, man. I feel like I go in circles like a hurricane. Vertical hot towers, yes. What's up, Neil? Yeah, we're getting explosive behavior by both of these systems, and we can really see that with Laura. Laura's definitely exploding. You can see the lightning. Lisa Cosgrove. This is your map I think we were looking for. The yellow dots. That's the visible satellite on weathernerds.org. But definitely getting explosive convection south of Puerto Rico. And it appears to be moving west. And you can see that a few other ways, obviously. This is the scary color map. I lost a fan because I posted scary colors. Imagine that. But anyway, this is and we got a lot of lightning happening right here. Lightning is a sign of strengthening. Lightning is a sign of where center could be trying to form. It could almost be trying to form another center a little lower. The convection tells a story. Wherever that storm starts to fire, it's deciding where it wants it to be. It's like it's a gender reveal. It's a gender. It's picking its birth spot. Hey, Christy, Navy. Yeah, I haven't looked at the Navy model. Navy model has done really good too. God Almighty, who would have thought that 2020 would be looking at the Navy model, the CMC, and the Icon, and not looking at the Euro or GFS. Hey, Bill, I don't have any clue, buddy. The Euro and GFS have done terrible this year. Terrible. And I remember saying that. I don't have specifics, but I just remember every model I've said the same thing. So that's a gut feeling. They don't know. I think they've tried to outscience themselves. And I don't have I don't have cold coffee anymore, thanks to Dawn. Dawn got me a coffee warmer. So yeah, all right. So bottom line, listen, folks, you got to watch in real time. All right, nobody knows where this is going. I mean, I'll just say it straight up. I'm not even going to try to predict because it's pointless. We're going to watch this in real time. A stronger system changes the model's thinkings and changes upper weather patterns. And we got two systems so close together soon that we'll see if they affect each other. Some think they might not be close enough, but the models are showing that they could. So there's that. All right, another cool site here before I forget for satellite imagery is this DuPage, College of DuPage, and they have a satellite link here, and you can see high resolution. I'm talking 1 minute rapid scans of the tropics. These are updated every minute. It's incredible. I can go back 200 frames. And we can see extreme. Well, that's nighttime. We don't want to do that. Or you can see the sunshine coming. So the sun is awakening. Here we go. This is 96 now. 96 frames. Look at that. Clear. Look at that. That's what happened. Where'd it go? Oh man, they shift the satellite. So we want to go to 48. 48 maybe? 48. That's better. All right. I can't zoom in on that one, but anyway, you get the idea. It's definitely, you can see lots and lots and lots of convection blowing up near center. Recon's found 995 pressures, so that's concerning that this could be rapidly intensifying. But Levi said rapidly intensifying. I'm not hyping. Levi said it too. So, all right, and then the other mesoscale we got, we can look at Laura. There's Puerto Rico. It's really bubbling. I wish I could zoom in on this. Hey, can you control him, please? Jesus. That dog. Hey, there's my mother-in-law. What's up, Emily? How's it going? So,
don't yell at your daughter or her daughter like
yeah, I just got in trouble by my mother-in-law. I yelled. I can't yell at Julie anymore. My mother-in-law is watching. Hey, I just got a message from Brandon Clement. So cool. Weather chasing. So hey, yeah. So this is a cool deal. Weather chasing. Remember last year I got in trouble. My people always say what was my couple regrets. Well, last year during Dorian, went to Chili's one night, had a few drinks. Imagine that. Living on about 3 hours sleep. I came home. Saw a video on Twitter. It was a helicopter shot of Dorian. And I think I saw it shared on a couple sites. I don't know. So I downloaded it. And I uploaded it. And I didn't see the watermark. The watermark was really faint. Just figured I'd post one thing before I went to bed. Woke up at 3 o'clock somehow, thank goodness. And my phone was going crazy. I still cringe about it, man. I felt so bad. Brandon, didn't know me, called me out, because piracy is a huge thing in the weather world with storm chasers and photos. And I've learned too, I always try to credit people because it's their content. But man, I didn't think about it, and it was his, and he didn't know me, and Reed Timmer and everybody's calling me out, and all his people were on the page, and I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God. I reached out to him. He was in the Bahamas, and he actually took it off. Called me. I offered to pay him for it. Good guy. I said, listen, I'll give you $500 for that. I said, I feel bad. He didn't take the money. Now we're partners. That's so cool. I'm going to get to share his content exclusively on our page when he's storm chasing. So it's going to help him. It's going to help me. It's going to help you guys because you're going to have content exclusive to our page that is ours, and so it just proves you, man. I mean, you're nice to people, and good things happen. So anyway, so he just messaged me that he sent me I asked him for the Oak Island drone footage, and I'm gonna repost that just to show what ECE did, not let your guard down. So anyway, I rambled on a lot. Hey, Tammy Kent. Yep, it happens. No, he understood it. It did look like I was trying to profit from him, though, and it was totally not the case. I don't. So I like posting my own videos and stuff because it's our people that comment. And when I've learned when I shared somebody else's page, sometimes that page I share something, and sometimes they'll either they could delete it, and all of a sudden now I got nothing, or their people are commenting. And I don't know. That's why I did it. But hey, Shelly, I got your message. Mike Soul on YouTube. So Marco, God, it's so crazy. That's a great question. We're still looking at high pressure for Laura, and there is high pressure over Florida right now. So, the only thing that would allow Laura to turn closer to Florida would be it slowing down now, and farther south, that turn, the turn is coming. So, you know, even the National Weather Service Tampa last night said never say never Florida West Coast, because, you know, you're not in a cone, man. You know, you got to live and die by that 3-day cone. I mean, always. The NHC is rarely long on the 3-day cone. So when we get this far out, you know, the 3-day cone, you know, Key West still, I'm worried for you guys. People forget that Key West is part of Florida and the Panhandle. So many people are Tampa people, but, you know, we got Panhandle. We got a lot to watch. I don't want to get into, you know, there's just a lot right now we got to worry. You know, there's a lot of land ahead too. Look at this. I mean, even though it's getting stronger here, I guess Ryan Mayhew's point was this, and we got people in Jamaica watching. Definitely watch. He was just saying, if it stays south of here, then it wouldn't have the land interaction. You know, we were just saying that a couple days ago that it was going to stay north. So you talk about Laura being fickle. We have any Lauras? Laura's, you're a fickle bunch. God, we got somebody from Southeast Louisiana watching. Man, you got double trouble. Double trouble you got to watch. Crystal, that's right. You know, I think the one theme, one theme that it's always been the case. You got to watch these in real time. That's all. You know, I'd be, if Laura was down here doing what it's doing now, I'd be like, oh my God, we got to really watch this. But because we have this land, there's still some big questions ahead on if this really has a chance to really rapidly intensify. But the conditions here are very favorable for development. And we're seeing that with Marco right now. So, man, lots to watch. So, 11 o'clock, we got two advisories coming out from the NHC, and it's going to be really interesting to see what they say. Because I'm sure they're going to note the rapid intensification occurring possibly with both of our systems. We could be witnessing both systems becoming a hurricane before they were supposed to. And that would be news at 11 stuff. All right, so the hurricane hunters are making another pass here. Let's see. They're doing upper air patterns for Marco. So no mission yet. But what they're measuring here is high. Well, this is Marco here. So they're measuring that high. Well, obviously you can see it. This is awesome. This is that strong upper level winds occurring right now. And they were measuring that. So, you know, Marco's in an area of weak shear. This is going to be going that way. That's what they're trying to figure out. The hurricane hunters are trying to figure out, when does this upper level shear shift? Now that Marco's moved over this way, does it have more of a window to stay away from that, you know, and become something more? So the center shift is a definite thing. And now Marco's going to have a little less shear maybe to deal with. Well, and all that means is, you know, it could turn a little more to the north and maybe be more of an impact to the upper Gulf. So that makes sense. Hopefully, I don't know. Steering current, yeah, who asked for that? Watching from Texas, yes. Well, all right, Tariq, I hope I said your name right. It's a cool name. I'm a name butcher, by the way. Just asked Sheila and Ash. What did I call Ashley? I used to call her Alicia. And Brock. Now it's Brax. I like easy names, like Issa. All right, so steering currents currently. All right, so here's what's cooking in the steering maps. Kind of hard with my red marker, but I'll try it. So steering maps is this. All right, so we got high pressure. Boom. Right? High pressures actually rotate winds this way. So the winds of a high pressure actually help push systems. That's what steers them. So you got these little spinners, you know, high pressure spin in, low pressure spin in. They that's like a little hamster, little feet, like, you know, like we can look it up. Let's look at YouTube. Actually, let's look at Flintstones. Fred feet spinning. I don't know if it's going to come up or not. Let's see. I was trying to find a funny video when he starts running. Well, no, I almost said the F word. I didn't though. So anyway, back to the steering map. So the high pressure winds above are spinning, counterclockwise or clockwise, and then of course these little winds are spinning this way. So they actually push each other, which is so cool. I think I just learned that like last year. I'm like, wow, that's fascinating. That's why they accelerate along that high pressure. High pressure helps push the system. All right, so anyway, here's that big dip in the jet stream we keep showing. That's creating all that instability into Florida. See it? That's expected to pull on out. So right now, we're getting a little, but this is expected to go this way because high pressure is building in this way. So as high pressure expands, it's going to shove this that way, and this little opening here will become an opening here, and then ultimately an opening here. So this little area is supposed to go that way. High pressure is supposed to go that way. That's going to allow Marco north and then eventual turn. The question is going to be, when's that turn? That's going to change a little bit because now it's stronger. So that makes sense. I hope. And what they're saying is these upper level winds here, because this shoves this way, it's going to be battling the west side of Marco. It's going to be battling shear. So that's why the official forecast has Marco weaken a little bit before landfall. It's going to run closer to this, but now it's a little farther away from that. So that might change the NHC's thinking as far as intensity goes down the road, 4 or 5 day forecast. So anyway, all right, well, I said enough. I'm more confused now than I was when I started, I must admit. There's a live look on Weather Nerds. Let's refresh it. It's funny when you wake up in the morning, be happy you wake up in the morning. And how things change. I mean, God, Laura looks so unorganized last night, and look at it now. It is absolutely, it's just exploding, both systems. Laura looks like, if you would have seen Laura last night, she's like, you go home with an 8, wake up with a 2. How's that song go? Julie. Laura went to bed as a 2, woke up as an 8. She got her makeup on. There's a funny TikTok trend going around that Emily was doing where these girls look really rough and they throw their shoe up in the air and then they transform over. And I think I caught her doing one of those with her softball. Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to get the comments to catch up. Man, the comments are flying. And anyway, so we'll see what happens real time. I'm gonna read some comments. I'm out of coffee. It's already 10:19. Been on for an hour. Big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits again. I'm gonna do my daily shout outs more. Today we shout out to United Environmental. I love all you Facebook supporters. I love sour patches. I guess that's not too good if I'm on a sugar-free diet, huh? Maybe that's why I feel wired. Beer goggles, yeah. Oh, here's Louie. I was the sexiest kid growing up in the 90s, man. I had these Coke bottle glasses. They were thicker than thick. I don't know what Julie saw. I found out she was blind. All right, so we got a lot to watch. So I'm gonna wait for. Hey, Louie, come on, get over here. Louie's licking the package. He's like, ooh, Sour Patch. So here's what we got going on. All right, so we got hurricane. Like bottom line, this is it. We got hurricane hunters flying in Marco. Marco's drop pressure down to 995. It's definitely strengthening. Levi said rapidly intensifying. We're gonna find out what the NHC says if this thing is upgraded. Any track updates will be at 11 o'clock. We'll focus on that cone. The 3-day cone. Levi just posted again. He's saying it. Look, he's saying Marco risks increase now for Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. This is very hard for the NHC right now. Very hard. Because the H-Mon and H-Wharf, except for the H, one of them went nutty today, but the one's still going due north. But he's saying that Levi, because it's shifted to the east and it's going faster and it's not going to feel the effects as much. So anyway, that's something to think about. Unfortunately, God, could you imagine 2 hurricanes coming possibly in the same spot? That is just unheard of, but it's a real deal. So that Levi's talking about it. All these changes are happening fast. The hurricane hunters are out there flying. Jim Cantori posted on radar. Clear spinach happening down in San Juan radar. Lots and lots and lots of radar. Everybody's talking about it. Deep convection, Marco. So they're going to have to make a track change. I remember over the years we would see changes, and we haven't had a system do this in a long time. Pull a trickery on the forecasters. So I wish it was easier, but you just gotta watch in real time. Good thing I'm not camping. I'll be updating all the time. So anyway, all right. Yeah, Laura has a new center, Jose. Yep, it shifted. Again, it looks like it shifted a little to the south, too. So you can clearly see that on the radar in the convection. It's definitely south now of Puerto Rico. Supposed to pass to the north just 2 days ago. We were showing all the models, So anyway, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate it. I'm just an amateur meteorologist, and sometimes I enjoy this stuff more than ever. Just happy to have the support of so many people, and excited to possibly have a beer. And I'm excited that ABC is supporting this drunk donkey, and will be stocking it in their stores, so you can go to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits and hopefully buy your Hurricane Hunter beer. That would be so cool. I can't believe it. And Shelly, we'll be back at 8. I'll do a quickie at 11 o'clock in the morning. So we're gonna start a new tradition here. We'll do because it helps me too. So the lives help me digest and think out loud. It's always been me thinking out loud, and for some reason you guys like that. I don't know why, because I go in circles. And if you haven't noticed, the key to what you might think is success. I start out the show and say, it looks like it's going to hit Texas. And then by the end of the show, I say, I think it's going to hit the Panhandle. Well, then people say, man, he called it. No, I don't do that. But I like to think sometimes that we at least, hear what you want to say. But we saw that with Oak Island. I love the hype picture of Oak Island. Somebody called me out. I was sitting there. We were at Apps and Taps eating dinner, and I'm watching the Isaiah, and I'm watching it do what Marco's doing and Laura's doing right at landfall. And we saw models days ahead showing a last-minute intensification with Isaiah. If Isaiah didn't hit Florida, we were like, all the models were showing intensification. Well, it started intensifying before landfall, and I remember I posted a bunch of stuff. I'm like, oh, it's happening. I had one dude, we're in Oak Island, man. It's a bunch of hype. Put your panic. Then I woke up the next morning, and Oak Island was the landfall, Craziness. All right. So anyway, we'll be back later tonight. Just keep an eye. 11 o'clock, we'll have a new advisory. Upper Gulf Keys. Obviously we got fans in Hispaniola and Puerto Rico. But that's happening now. You kind of know it. But the Keys are still possibility. West Coast. Why do I have it on Twitter, by the way? There's my local Spectrum Bay News 9. That's Mike Clay's home turf. But west coast of Florida, we could still see squall lines for sure on Tuesday from Laura. Upper Gulf, Upper Gulf, Panhandle is included in that. for both systems. You know, kind of the extreme outlier, but still. He'd be on the east side. And Laura's got two schools of thinking right now. We got some here and some here. So anyway, all right. Sounds good. All right. Well, we'll see y'all later. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Shelly, controlling everything. And we will we'll be posting. I'll be posting 11 o'clock advisory when it comes out. So it's time for a pee break. See you later.